From the great halls of their house, there are assembled three who hope to one day be the world's greatest driving heroes. Created from the cosmic legends of the universe comes our team captain, the Vision, Bill Fisher. Their soon-to-be Wonder Woman, Vicki Fisher. Our Captain Marvel and head flight trainee, Jennifer Skripchuk. And our Batman, the master of tools, gadgets, and all things mechanical, our mild-mannered soon-to-be billionaire, Alan Danvers. Their mission, to fight injustice, share what is right and wrong, to get you out of your house and come out racing with them, and serve all mankind. They are the Garage Heroes in Training Team.
Captain's Log Supplemental.
So, Miss Vicki.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember when we were watching those WRL events and some of those grid life events where you used to see the in-car video and it had like the cameras seeing front and back, but it also could see all the telemetry and everything that was going on?
Mm-hmm.
You know, most of the ones that we liked were taken by the Sentinel system. Remember James came on our podcast earlier? Right. You know, we have no excuse since he lent us one for trial and demonstration purposes. We should actually probably put that in one of our cars. Maybe two.
I really think we should.
I think we should.
I know.
Because then we'd look like the immature endurance racing team that we are. Oh, wait, I mispronounced that, didn't I? Sorry, my bad. We could
so what does the Sentinel system do?
We could have 3 cameras with picture-in-picture. We could have, if we ever get the AIM system to work, open invitation to anybody from AIM to come on and give us a little bit of love. We need some help. And then we could have all our telemetry on there. And then we can have it streamed live into the paddock or around the world to our millions of fans. We're apparently very popular in Kenya right now. Don't know why, but that's fine. And it can integrate all the available race statistics from like Race Hero and everything. So we could actually see how we're doing on video. We wouldn't even have to carry around our phone anymore. Live.
I love it.
Welcome to the Garage Heroes in Training podcast. I'm going to be one of the hosts for this episode. My name is Bill. Who else is hosting?
I'm Vicki.
You are. So we are in the midst of, I'm not sure if it's by popular request, but we've had some requests. As we kind of, during the plague, we started having a lot of episodes where we had guests on because we weren't really racing. And we've had a few requests, both in person and on email and everything, just saying, hey, what's going on with the team? How are you guys doing? What are you working on? So we're going to try having a fourth podcast, I guess, because we have Whoop podcast too, where we kind of keep you guys up to date with what we're doing. And these may or may not be every week. Some weeks we don't do anything, so we won't tell and talk to you about what we didn't do. We'll only talk to you about what we did do. Do we have a title for this, Miss Vicki?
No, we do not.
Do we have a working title?
No.
No?
We do not. Right now, we're just still working out on format and whether this should just be a regular drop. I think this personally should just be a regular drop with our regular, but we're still working on that.
Who knows? So if you have any ideas, send them in. GarageHeroesInTraining@gmail.com. So as you can tell, it's probably a work in progress. And you know what I was thinking? If any listeners had question, comments, or ideas, if they wrote them in, that would make these even more fun.
That would be good. Always looking for assistance and help and recommendations. Always.
Miss Vicki, we attended an event this week.
We did. Well, I wouldn't say we attended an event.
Well, we didn't drive, but we went.
No. We actually had a chance to slide out. Our plans kind of fell apart to attend Grid Life, and it mainly because that this is an odd summer for our family and the things that are going on within the team that makes spontaneous or an overpacked schedule a little bit more difficult this summer. But we did get a chance to slide out and just go see post Lime Rock, I would say, more or less, kind of catching up and talking with people.
It was quite fun. They had that big tent area with everybody with video games and sofas and quite the session
There was a lot
there.
of people. I really would have enjoyed actually being there.
We were
Um,
supposed to be there.
but I think that would have been a very good event to attend, but it looks like it's a very, very busy event also.
Should be fun.
Event.
It was good to see a few people. We bumped into some people. We finally got names and faces. We talked to Justin for quite a while, and then they did a track walk podcast. Waiting anxiously for that. That should be fun to
Mhm.
listen to. And
Caught the tail end of drifting, which was nice.
caught the drifting. Saw the lineup of some of the Legends cars and some of the photos
Mhm.
and photo camera cars, and that was kind of fun. And then we got called away, so we had to leave a little bit earlier than we had anticipated. And so that was that. I think that tent would have been quite fun, though.
Yeah. I think for the Lime Rock event, Grid Life is also known for just its after events as much as it is for the events.
We need to go to a
And
festival.
yeah, but even at Lime Rock, I noticed that a lot of people were packing up just completely, which I think it has to do with the way they have to manage their Sundays in Connecticut.
Mhm.
So they saved the car show because Sundays technically have a late start and they have to be really, really quiet in that area, probably for the morning to, I would say probably noon for Connecticut.
Maybe more. Don't know.
Yeah, maybe in that area. So they saved the quiet part for the car show of the weekend. So it looks like everything was kind of wrapping up for the racing itself. Connecticut's kind of an interesting place for racing because of the quiet hour in the morning on Sundays.
Especially by Lime Rock.
Yeah. That's a really nice, wealthy area.
Indeed. A few dollars in that area, but looked like a
Absolutely.
good event. Everybody we talked to seemed to enjoy the track. Some people were
Yeah.
saying it was one of their favorites. So hopefully
Mhm.
Lime Rock will return to the schedule for next year.
I really hope so.
It would be fun. We couldn't get a car in time, so we were just going to go and kind of get the Grid Life vibe, and then life happened and we did that. So anyway, so for the rest of the year, Miss Vicki,
Mhm.
you have, I believe, the only thing left on your schedule is the Fall Foliage Rally.
Yes. And that at this point depends on how fast I get this car together. Because we're still waiting on the entire suspension system for the car.
You said it was about 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks over its schedule. So it should be roughly in around this time. They said it would be in around Lime Rock Grid Life time. They said it should be just right about there. But the people that he is buying it from, which we're going through Redshift Motorsports, and they actually build suspensions and put together suspensions. And he's very familiar with the Honda Fit that we're working on. So we ordered it through him. And it still has to 2 weeks late, and he still has to modify it. He likes to do some tweaks to the systems before we get them. So
we should have time. Should be good.
I'm really hoping because we have to get ready by the end of September.
Well, it's only the end of August, so we have.
Yeah, but it's just the suspension that right now we're waiting on. We have to make sure this car actually runs.
It ran. It will run. Ran when taken apart. Should be fine. Not a problem. Even I can do it. Not looking good for our VIR trip. Not seeing too many opportunities there. I may or may not be attending a Champ Car race with a pit race. Probably not driving, but probably just attending. It's TBD. I did find a local autocross. Would you want to go to that?
I don't want to make a big plan. I can't. I really have a hard time planning at this point, like months or a year out. It's making it really, really difficult only because of things that are happening at home. So,
okay,
we'll have to revisit that.
And then I may or may not be doing some instructing. What have you been working on in the hangar, Miss Vicki?
Oh, the hangar. The hangar a lot has been working on the fit, which we finally got off the lift, and we're waiting for the suspension. A lot of it was putting together the Honda
Civic.
the Honda Civic. Because early in the season, at our first race of the season, we had a crunch on the front end. A car pretty much, Bill went under a car, not for fault of his own. It was an unavoidable situation, and it kind of bounced across our hood. And so Alan and I spent the early spring doing body work and pulling it apart. So a lot of times was spent theming and preparing the Honda. Now that we're basically our Honda kind of the motor blew up on it. So just this past weekend, we've been cleaning out and just organizing and preparing and adding new shelves in and reorganizing and getting rid of the garbage that's hanging around in the shop and getting things ready.
Because our big prep has basically begun because our season is essentially over.
Yeah, right now it is. Right now we're going into early build season and repair season. We have engines pulled, pulling engines off the shelf that need to go to the machine shop, and I need to lay a new harness in the Honda Civic.
So we're going to redo the entire electrical system and install a new reworked engine. So we should go into the next season with a pretty strong base. And in supporting of that, I know I was working on the electrical wiring course and the engine rebuild course. And I think you were doing the wiring course. How far did you get?
Well, I've got the beginning part of the wiring course, plus I'm getting assistance from Ryan Seska from Monkey House Racing.
Nope.
And
he's on a team with Alex. He's technically not Monkey House.
He's been racing with Monkey House, so
true.
So he's been offering some assistance in that, and then he's talking about assisting and setting up a date where we can actually pull this engine together. I don't want really people doing things for me as much as I can put my hands on the car at the same time and learn. So we're scheduling up times to go ahead and do that.
I think he said there was a weekend in September he wanted to do it. Does that work for you? Because we need to let him know.
Yes, I know. And I got that message, but at the same time, I am still scheduling other things. So I have to make sure that those schedules don't collide.
Okay. We'll get back to you, Ryan, someday, maybe. Anyway.
Yeah, I just got the news in. I just have to clear it, what it is, what we have to do.
Okay. So we all know we've covered the Civic. What's going on with the E46, the spec-ish E46 that we have?
Let me see. That car sat for almost a year when we got it back. And we haven't really primed it. We took it out for a race to prime the car and started out. It's like a track day. So, running it slow. And of course it has issues that we have to go through. And the person that helped build that car right now is really, really tied up with, work-life things. So we can't really get the car to him. And not anybody at this point that we have on our team and in our circle would understand the car as much as the person who actually built it at the moment. So we're sitting on that one and waiting to go and get that sorted out.
And we still need to work on a livery for that.
Yes. We found a person. There was a person, a very, very nice person, swung by our trailer. I'm sorry, my brain's a little bit not quite on board, but we had a very, very nice person who does circle track racing. And he stopped by our hangar. He was just in the area. He's familiar with the area. Him and his wife were walking and stuff. He goes, "Oh yeah, I do this." And I have connections to a engine shop and a livery person that is, very affordable and very good. So we got the information, and right now we're deciding on the type of livery for the spec E46.
Ish.
Yeah. So we're trying to get an idea of what we want, or more like what Bill wants, and then sending it out.
We're doing it with them.
Yeah,
learning.
yeah, but the issue that again, I do my livery stuff is more like hokey and fun and jokey and things like that. But if you're going to take this vehicle out into upper level racing, you don't want a livery that's going to be yucking it up so much as out there people taking you pretty seriously with a spin on a little bit of yuck in it. You want a little bit of humor in it, but because that's who we are. But you still want serious elements in it.
True.
I'm not your person to design that.
Okay.
So we're sending it out.
Super duper. Do you think we're going to work on the Spec Miata for you next season?
I don't know if we're going to be able to get to it. There's a chance that we can start it, but getting the E46, not the E46, getting the Honda Fit done, because I don't think the Honda Fit's going to be a one and done. I really don't. I would have my hesitations just to go ahead, put suspension on it and think it's ready. It's not.
It's ready.
I need to make time for that. The Honda Civic is going to take some time, more for our knowledge base, and because we're going to be on a weight thing. So there's a chance that we can start it, but I'm hesitant to fill up the garage space with extra projects that we have to constantly shift around. So, that might be a little bit later on, like an extra project on the side. That might be just a side project. We can bring it over. If we can get the Honda Fit running and we can start working on it, we haven't even started livery on that thing. So if we can go ahead and get that relatively done and then garage it for the season, there's a chance we can start on the Spec Miata and make that the second car.
Second race car, or third race car, I guess.
Well, the second car that can fit in our garage to work on in between.
Oh, okay. I understand. All right. Let's see. What else are we working on? You said some problems with the enclosed trailer.
The enclosed trailer. When I was so we've been having this connection issue with the wiring, and it's an on and off blip that keeps going on. And when I was moving the trailer and preparing to unload, no, it was parked out front, and I walked around to go take a look at it. Regardless, there was a wire that was hanging that looked like it had been frayed from running on the pavement. Now I haven't been back there to check the lights and the turn signals and stuff like that. Last I've seen, it worked, but I need to know what that wire that's dangling, that's frayed, and that wire could also be just part of the old system of the pre-wires that are run inside, if there are any pre-wires run.
There's lighting inside. Right.
It could be something like that. I don't know, but we'll have to trace that wire back and figure out what that is. It's a free flowing wire. It's not really bundled with anything else.
I don't think that's the connection issue with the truck, because we have the connection issue with the truck, like losing connection on both trailers. So
yeah,
odds on both trailers having the same connection issue is not very good.
Yeah, we when we bring that trailer around to unload, clear out, and clean up, then we'll take a look at all that.
Are you saying we haven't unloaded our trailer from the Thompson race that was almost a month ago?
We have not.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't.
Okay.
We haven't unloaded.
Okay. And then we've got a couple other car plans for other people and other teams that we're working on that we'll cover those in a future episode once we have more concrete details, but who knows?
Yep.
And then what are we going to do about Ben Dawson's car? Because he doesn't seem to work on it at all.
Ben Dawson. I'll just be happy to see Ben Dawson face to face one day.
Do we need to send you down there to do an intervention?
Ben Dawson hates working on cars. Hates them.
He'll drive them though.
Yeah, well.
Ben Dawson send smoke signals.
Yep.
I'll send down the
have-
best mechanic in our family.
Yeah, we have the girls up north, Jess Stratton and Audra, yeah. And Jess is looking to, gut her Mini Cooper. And, gutting the car will be, I wouldn't say it would be the fun part, but it would be one of the easiest parts, gutting with care. So we were talking about, going up there and visiting her, and at some point in our future to go ahead and gut her car because she wants to have it live its second best life on a racetrack.
So street car to racetrack conversion.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm just seeing like a really, really broad overhead of what needs to get done, but purchasing a cage for it is the way I would go with that.
It's got a long way to go before we get to cage time, though.
Yeah, but gutting that car would be the first part, and that's going to take a little while. But I think I've got it figured out on what to do. I mean, building the cage is its own its own challenge. Gutting a car, knowing I already know how to run a safety, was a fire extinguisher system. I already know how to do that. Safety systems. I already know how to do safety systems in it. Yep. Gutting it. I'm not really too sure on.
We can do seats and everything too.
Yeah, seats are easy. Cage is its own thing. So building it for what it already is existing will be not so difficult.
I think we should plan on making it a track car and the cage as a separate project. So get it to a track car so you can have some fun with it and go see and test it out and find some weak spots and see if there are any. And if there's not, great. If there is, great. And then we can work on the car cage and then don't forget you guys got to play livery.
Yeah. Yep. This is true.
Blue is not a theme.
Nope. Color is not a theme.
Nope. You know what else, Miss Vicki?
What's that?
I was thinking we got to give the people who listen to our podcast some type of reward. We're constantly trying to give them stickers. But what else can we do? I
don't know.
I was thinking.
Yes.
A fantasy football league.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing you guys are putting together.
Yes. So I was thinking if any of our listeners are into fantasy football, I will be the commissioner and participate in said league for swag, and I'll try and think of something else that the person can win. All you have to do is commit to staying in a league, whether you win or lose, no matter how many games you win, no matter how many games you lose. You just have to keep trying. That's all we're asking. So if you're interested in that, let us know. Instagram or garageheroesintraining@gmail.com. And we'll try and keep track of it. And if we get too many people who want to participate, we'll do some type of random draw. And if we get too few, I will go cry in the corner. How about that?
Oh, jeez. Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan. Are you going to participate, or are you going to? I know it's not your thing.
But... It's really not my thing. I think I'm going to go my own way.
Well, they don't mind beating you. I mean, the racers do it all the time. So it's, just because it's not something we're good at doesn't mean we don't try.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'll represent the podcast.
There you go.
It's all me. No pressure.
No pressure at all.
So if you guys are interested, if you want to play fantasy football in the GHIT League, write in, let us know. Give us an email address. I will have the draft some night the week before the podcast. And if you cannot attend, I guess you'll auto draft. The draft is not where you win or lose the league. You'll be fine. It's okay. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to cover, my dear?
No, I think that's it. That's our update. We're going to have a garage season. Garage season starts now.
That's right. Are you going to finish your electrical course?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. Very well. We look forward to your next update and see how smart you are electricity wise.
Electrically?
Electrically. I don't know. I
There
need
you
more
go.
tea. I need something. Something's wrong. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you guys want anything else for us to cover, if we haven't covered a car that you know we have because we didn't cover them all, or you have some project that you're working on and you need a little bit of help, let us know. Give us a call. Just give us an email. Send us a comment on Instagram. Write, review, subscribe, all the good stuff. Push that button, whatever. Anyway, thank you, Vicki.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
Bye.